Hi, I'm Dan, and this is my wife Bree, along with our two dogs, Penny and Bella. For the last 12 years, we have traveled the west coast of the USA and the north and the south islands of New Zealand. We have found ourselves after 19 moves here in South Lake Tahoe, where we have bought a home, and we feel very fortunate to be here. Please come along and enjoy our adventures. Welcome to Tahoe Mountain Life.
And while I know I'm in really good hands, I'm really nervous, and definitely never had getting brain surgery on my bucket list to do.
You got this, Bree. I know you do.
Day one, waking up after brain surgery.
I feel like a hammer has hit me on the head repeatedly though, so.
I'm hoping that with this, it may just comfort one other person out there.
And now the waiting game begins. Passing the time. Another thing that I was unable to film at the time was a phone call that I received after the surgery was finished from one of the residents in on the surgery. And they said that the surgery went well, they thought they got good margins, and that on initial inspection that the tumor itself did look like a meningioma, meaning that it was more of the benign nature and not something more sinister like an aggressive cancer. So that was good news. We are in recovery, about to head to ICU. One of the things I wasn't able to film yesterday was when Bree was in recovery. They kind of seemed to rush her down to the CT scan, which kind of freaked me out, but as far as I'm aware now, it was just a routine order, but it wasn't very well communicated with me, which made me very nervous about it. But anyway, she is doing well currently, still in a moderate to fair amount of pain, but they're trying to get that under control. We're now in the neurosurgery ICU. All right, Bree. How you feeling? You made it. How many do you have, Bree?
I think 3 now.
Yeah, you're a tough stick, huh?
A tough stick and a catheter. But I'm actually pretty grateful for the catheter right now.
Well, go back to sleep. Well, we're out here running this morning just to try to get rid of some of the nervous energy. It's about 7. We can't see Bree until 9 a.m. All right, well, good morning. It is the day after Bree's surgery. Visiting hours are 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So fortunately we couldn't stay with her last night, and so now we're just waiting until 9 a.m. to head up there.
Day one, waking up after brain surgery.
Hanging in there.
Okay. Here's a message for you guys.
Melvin, Norma, meningioma is gone. I feel like a hammer has hit me in the head repeatedly though, so just laying it low.
Where are we at, Bree?
We went to, I don't know what you call it, a medical floor room and stuff.
Medical floor. So we'll have a roommate tonight. So we are now a day and a half into her hospital stay. Unfortunately, Bree continues to have quite a bit of a headache and pain. So she has been moved to a general ward with a roommate, which is a challenge and just, I don't know, hard when everyone's got their own issues going on. Bree, can I see your, I'm gonna look at your scar, okay? Well, it was pretty impressive, Bree. Well, we are going on to day 3 here in Sacramento and at UC Davis. Last night, it was really quite unfortunate. The neighbors, or the roommate of Bree in that room, they're supposed to limit it to 2 people in the room, and at points there was up to 8 people. And so essentially what happened at one point last night is I stepped across to the other side of the room and I just asked very politely if they could please keep it down, not even asking anybody to leave. And they basically ignored me. And so this really upset Bree. She then decided to actually say something, and at that point the other people start muttering some other things, and it turned quite tense, which was, I mean, these people, they're trying to heal, and I understand their family member has a lot going on too, but it was just one of those situations where, I don't know, there was no good solution, and they weren't willing to really think kindly of the other person in the room. So today we are trying to get Bree out of here. So I do think Bree is strong enough. We got her standing, we got her to take a few steps yesterday. Her dizziness and lightheadedness is definitely better than before. So I'm really hoping we can bring her home today, because I don't know. It's just I think she will, even though she gets slightly more help here, has IV access, I think she will do better at home at this point given the roommate situation. So I think one other thing to point out with this whole situation and what I'm seeing here down at this ward compared to the ICU is that they do stretch these nurses really thin. So I don't think it's the nurses' fault at all, because I think the hospital organization, the facility, is putting this on them of having management of too many people. So basically, in this ward where she has a roommate, the nurse is covering 5-6 more people. Essentially, I had to do all of the work, which is I'm absolutely fine with. But for somebody who's not in healthcare, which Bree and I both are, they won't be able to do half this stuff or know what to do. So it's just, you can just see how tough of a situation it is, and you can see on the nurses' faces how overworked they feel. All right, Bree.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm hanging in there.
Yeah?
Today is January 27th, 2024, so it's my 3rd day in the hospital. And we're getting ready to go home, which I can't wait to go home and snuggle Bella and Penny and just sleep in my own bed.
So, Bree, what do you remember about surgery day?
I remember them taking me back. I had some nice time with Dan and my mom in the pre-op area. And then, yeah, they took me back, put air on my nose, and I was getting a little bit shaky at that point, but with it, then it just kind of knocks you out. And unfortunately, I'm a bad stick. I have a hard time finding my veins, so I was semi-conscious in the recovery room, getting lots of sticks, but at that point, I don't think I noticed too much.
You remember from the ICU?
Really good nursing teams. I felt well taken care of, and it was nice to have kind of that one-on-one contact, making sure everything's taken care of.
Yeah, you're kind of showing off that incision, aren't you?
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure you could see it.
Yeah, it's relatively gnarly.
Yeah. I know my hair looks pretty amazing right now.
It
I think
does.
there's chunks of blood in it.
And it looks good, hon. So here you can kind of see they did a big U-shaped incision that comes all the way down by the ear. They fold that back and then they use GPS coordinates to isolate where the tumor was. What's the last few steps here?
This and this need to come out.
They need to come out.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
Let's
At
see
least the catheter's out already too.
Yeah.
So slowly getting unhooked from all the different lines that were attached to me.
Any other thoughts at this point?
No.
You got up for your first walk today?
Yeah. That was good. I was just really dizzy before. It was hard to do that, so I'm really looking forward to going home.
Yeah, we should be out here within the hour, hopefully.
Yeah.
Bree, you're officially out. How does it feel?
I just want to get home.
Just want to get home. Well, unfortunately, we have 2 hours, but we'll get you there safely. Check out the Sierra. Probably the cleanest I've seen the air around here for a while. Time to head home. It is Lover's Leap.
Almost at Echo Summit, and I cannot wait to get home.
We're coming around the last curve before you see into the Tahoe Basin.
Yeah, being in the car on windy roads and going up several thousand feet of elevation 2 days after brain surgery is not the easiest thing in the world, but we're almost there, and it will be so worth it to get back home. I love this view.
You happy to see Mom?